Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean from Ghost Mode EDC. I wanted to bring you guys a pocket dump today, but I can't really give you guys a pocket dump because I have nothing in my pockets. I've been home for a little while, and I kind of just got some stuff sitting on my table. And then I wanted to, the main part of the video, I wanted to talk about out of my whole collection, some different options. My one and done knife. If I had to grab just one knife out of my collection, what would I pick? Like, let's say, end of the world scenario, or if I could only ever just have one of these, what am I going to pick and the reason why? So, that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. I did some bunch of stuff today. I went fishing, did some work on my mom's car for her, and so my carry's been a little different all day. But first thing is, as usual, my Viperade EDC pouch doubles as my wallet. Have my Leatherman multi-tool, Phoenix E12 flashlight, Ghost Malone EDC pry bar, and some tweezers. So that's always in my pocket because that's my wallet. The knife I carried today, surprisingly, and I'm going to mention it because I always do, was not the ask. Today, I carried my Arcform Slim Foot Auto made by ProTech. This is basically a three-way collaboration between three companies or whatever, designed by Tough Knives. It's an Arcform knife made by ProTech, and this is actually the Blade HQ exclusive. So I got four things going on in this one little knife. This blade shape is really utilitarian. It's really good for carving tasks and stuff like that. Straight cuts. It's not a good piercer. So if you're looking for a knife that, or you have to use a knife that you're piercing a lot of things, this isn't the one for you. But this is the only ProTech that I own, and it works out for me. I like it. It's snappy. It's quick. Haven't had any problems with it. Starting to get a little wear and tear around the edges there and stuff. I did spend last night a good hour sharpening this back up. I had loaned it to my son, and he put quite a fold on about this part of the blade right here, and it took a while to get that fold back out, but it was relatively easy to sharpen. I used my my Work Sharp sharpening system here, so that was pretty easy. But like I said, the Arcform was on me today, and my my Viperade EDC pouch. And the only other thing that I carried was my Olight i3T EOS. And the reason that I had this on me is because it's got this clip on it, and I can attach it to my hat. And I had to take out her wheel well in the parking lot of an AutoZone and get to some stuff to fix it for her so she could be on her way. So that helped with that. All right, so into this video real fast, or real slow, depending on how this takes out. Oh, and then one more thing that I carried today, which I always carry, is my SIG P365 in the waistband, Prometheus in the waistband holster. One of the pipe, make sure that's empty, and yeah. So this is always my concealed carry firearm. Works out really nice, real nice and comfortable. And I use Hornady 9mm hollow points on that. I don't have any small kids in the house, so I don't have to worry about my guns being loaded or anything like that. Nobody touches my stuff except for me, so I always keep one in the pipe. It's the only way I'll carry a firearm. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and get into some knives here, and I'm going to show you guys a couple knives, or knives that I've already shown before, because I haven't got a whole lot of new stuff, in the channel. I guess I did pick up I guess I did pick up one new knife. I'll show that in this video. But I'm one and done. So, you know, I have some favorite knives, and surprisingly enough, some of these favorite knives are not the one and done that I would pick. This ProTech being one of them. I really like this knife. It does everything I need it to do. Made in America. Great warranty on that, and it's just a nice knife. Another one of my favorite knives, Benchmade Bug Out. It's probably my favorite EDC single blade folder of all time. Absolutely just fantastic. This normally has copper scales on it, but I took the copper scales off for summertime carry because this is only 1.8 ounces with the regular Grivery scales on there. And these Grivery scales don't even bother me. A little bit of flex, I've never felt that while using the knife. I've hard used the Bug Out. It's just a solid, pocket knife. I mean, it really is. By the way, blade steel on the Arcform is 154 cm, and the Benchmade Bug Outs are S30V. Here's another Benchmade Bug Out. One of my favorites. This one has dinosaurs etched into the brass scales, and I've only carried this one time. It normally just sits in my box, but Benchmade Bug Out. I'm gonna take this one back out, and again, the Bug Out being my favorite EDC blade of all time, is a contender for one and done. Another one of my favorite and excellently well-made knife, an absolutely tough knife, would be the Benchmade 940. Most of my knives don't come, the way I'm showing them. This has aftermarket scales on it and a Lynch Northwest pocket clip. But we all know what a 940 is. And this is a tough ass pocket knife. S30V blade steel that's got a real thick tip on it. Not superb for slicing, but it will still get the job done. You're just not going to slice, thin tomatoes in half, or you know what I mean. But excellent choice for a contender in the one and done. To be honest, out of these three so far, if I had to pick one, even though the Bug Out is my favorite, I would have to go with the 940 so far, just because of the strength of the 940. But I will say this, sharpening the 940 sucks. And other people might not have a problem with it. Even on my work sharp, it just sucks sharpening this thing. The clamps on the work sharp, because of the swedge right here, don't clamp on properly. The knife is constantly trying to move. It sucks. But still a strong, absolutely strong knife. Let's keep going on with some favorite knives here on some the one and dones. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a cheaper one here. I'm actually gonna pick two because they're relatively the same. But Buck 110 and the Buck 112. Easy to sharpen, 420 HC with Buck's proprietary hardness on here. Absolutely fantastic knives for a $60 price point on these. Give or take, depending on where you get them from. Razor sharp out of the box. They lock up like no other. I have never had a Buck knife fail on me in any sort of way. Never broke a tip, anything like that. Scary sharp. If I was on a budget and I couldn't afford, these down here, and I could only afford these two, I would probably have to go personal choice with the 112 for in this budget range. This is just more my size, easily concealable. I can do everything with the buck 112 that I can with the buck 110. Except for skinning animals would take a little bit longer with the 112, but it can still be done. Another good, let's move some of these over just so I have a little bit more room here. Another good contender for the one and done, I would have to go with a flipper tab. This one happens to be Medford Knife and Tool Smooth Criminal. Easily operable, easy to open, easy to close. Great blade steel on that S45 VN. Sharpens up very nicely, easy to keep an edge on, easy to strap back in, and it's just a really good knife. So that would be another contender for my one and done. It's right in that size range that I like. And let's go ahead and go with one more in here in this box of knife goodness. I'm gonna have to go with, had to bring it up, the Ask knife. You know, S45 VN blade steel. You got a few different tools on here, razor sharp. Got a bottle opener, flathead. I've got the scraper on here that I can use to strike a ferro rod, and this thing just works out absolutely fantastic. This is my favorite knife in my collection. I absolutely love this thing. I'm so happy that I have one, and I pretty much carry this every day. Today was just one of the off days that I did have it in my pocket at one point today. When I was going to work on the car, it came out of the, I didn't want to bring it. I didn't want to lose it in the parking lot, have it accidentally slip out. It's never happened before. It's never accidentally slipped out of a pocket. I was just kind of rolling around on the ground, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that at home for today. On that note, so on the one and done, I mean, we have a few of my favorites here. We'll take these out, these buck knives out. Excellent knives, excellent choices, good starting point to get into EDC, buck 110. So if you're watching this video and you're just kind of wanting to see what other types of knives people have, because you may be possibly wanting into it, check out a buck 110. You definitely cannot go wrong. It's a rather bigger knife. So if you do want something smaller in that same price range, like I said, is the buck 112. Definitely good knife. You can't go wrong with that for a starting point. We're gonna go ahead and remove a couple knives out of here for the one and dones. Let's go ahead and take the Arc Form Slim Foot out, because that one's out. We're gonna take the Benchmade Bug out, even though that is my favorite EDC single blade of all time. I mean, this is my favorite knife I have, but like I said, single blade option, just Benchmade Bug out, fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and take out the Medford here. We're gonna go ahead and take out, oh boy, this is a hard one. We're gonna go ahead and take out the Ask. I know that probably surprised a lot of people if you're into my channel. And that leaves the 940, which is also not the one and done knife that I would take. Out of my whole entire knife collection, the one and done knife that I would take would have to be my SE4. Out of every knife I own, the SE4, if I had to grab one and take off, and it's the only knife I could grab, it would be a fixed blade, and it would be the SE4. Absolutely fantastic warranty. 1095 high carbon steel on here. Nice PVD coating on this. My Carta handles got a nice swell in them. Has a good finger choil. It's good for bushcrafting. I can use it for kitchen work. If you're wearing a pair of gloves, you could wrap a cloth around this and you could literally use the end of this for a hammer. I mean, it is just a solid beast of a knife. Now, on that note, I have done something to my sheath that the knife came with. I added some stuff. So I bolted on my Easy Ant slip joint holder and put my ferro rod in there. Now, I just put this micarta proper in there because it looked nice with this knife. Looks nice with what I had. But basically, the reason I put this on here is because if I'm going to carry a fixed blade, you should have a ferro rod with a fixed blade. So this just loosens up on there. Ferro rod comes out, and I have my striker in there too. So it's all kind of one piece on there. And the reason that the cord is on there is to keep the ferro rod from falling out. So yeah, that works out. The cool thing about attaching this Easy Ant, and I just used the bolt that came with the I had to make sure I was still in camera angle there. I just used the bolts that came with the original sheath on here. I just bolted it on the Easy Ant slip joint, or slip here. Has a metal grommet that this could go right through. So it's being held in place. It goes right through the metal grommet and attaches to that. And I can put my fixed blade in there, have my ferro rod, have my striker. And to be honest, like I said, I mean, I had the Benchmade proper in there with it. If I wanted to, I could grab a Swiss Army knife. I don't personally like these. I don't really use them. This just happens to be one that I have in my collection because I was using it for comparisons. But, that fits right in there. Get that out of the way. But that fits right in there. And then, then you have your tweezers and, toothpick and whatever the hell else comes on this tinker. And all pen knife, regular size blade, can opener, and bottle opener. So that fits in there really nicely. And believe it or not, the Ask knife fits in there real nice and snug. So I could technically carry my favorite knife of my collection with my one and done take it and go knife, and have a nice little complete set here to start a fire and to do all sorts of different bushcrafting or survival or anything that I needed. The Ask does fit in there, like I said, snugly. So matter of fact, there we go. I was about to say it's stuck, but I put it in there before. So yeah, but like I said, one and done, and it's going to be the SE4. US made, fantastic warranty. I mean, if you've ever seen any of Essie's videos or anything like that, or ever seen their, they have a wheel that has a bunch of different knives attached to it that have somehow been destroyed, and what they've, they've replaced. I've seen people purposefully snap these, bash them with a boulder, just do all sorts of messed up stuff to them, and no questions asked. Essie will send you a new knife. So, yep, that would be my one and done. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, if you're looking at this video and you're wanting to know, what other people have, and you're just browsing through videos and stuff like that, if you're only looking to get one knife ever, I would suggest a fixed blade. I would suggest Buck 110, good starting point, $60, $126 on the Essie, $60 give or take on the Buck 110. going a little bit higher in price. If you want to start off with something that I think is nice, Benchmade Bug Out, and this one was $157, give or take. So yeah, like one of these 3 knives is what I would start with if you were just getting into EDC. You know, if that's the reason that you're watching this video, I thought I'd throw that in there. And then, last but not least, the only other knife that I have that's new to the channel, that I haven't shown because I haven't used it or anything like that. I bought an Opinel, and these things are like 10 bucks. It's an Opinel number 8. Twist this collar, knife opens, twist the collar the opposite direction, knife is locked into place. Simple design, just a pin through on this. I think this is beech wood. I'm not 100% sure what type of wood this is. Made in France. Comes pretty sharp up until about that much of the blade on the tip is not that sharp at all. Matter of fact, I can rub my finger right across that and nothing, not even a scratch. So that'll have to be sharpened up on the sharpener. I bought this just to have it in the collection. Might end up using this for a kitchen knife. I might throw it in a tackle box. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Might give it away. Might do a giveaway on the channel and never use this, and just, you know, give it away as a if I hit 300 subs. That's what we might do. We might do a giveaway on this Opinel. Yeah. If I hit 300 subs, I'll pick somebody. If you live in the U.S., you know, I'll let you know when I hit the 300 sub mark. I think right now I'm at 257 or so, and we'll get you a knife out. It'll be an Opinel number 8. It's never been used. You know, it's got some real nice lettering on there that's engraved. Some nice engraving on the blade there. And yeah, 300 subs. We'll get you a knife out as long as you live here in the U.S. Right now, shipping overseas is way too expensive. So yeah, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the one and done. The knife that I picked. And you know, if I follow your channel, please feel free to follow suit and show me what your one and done would be. What would you pick for your one knife that you would take? And let me know, and I'll watch it, and you know, maybe we can get a little thing going across YouTube. All right, take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.